Give us a few comments about where you think the economic position of North Carolina is, and what you would do in your position as governor to improve it, and as to why the unaffiliated and libertarian voters of North Carolina should choose you to be the standard bearer for that cause in the election.
Well, there's a number of things that we can do with the North Carolina economy, and a lot of it just breaks down into farming. One of the things that I am against is the war on drugs. And once we legalize marijuana, very much like we've done hemp, we're able to add that as a cash crop to North Carolina. Now, I'm actually against the taxation of it, but with the duopoly that we have, we're most likely going to have taxes that will be used for other state programs. While I don't necessarily support all of those because of the nature of it just being a plant versus the government trying to control a substance for money. But there's a lot of other factors that we have when it comes to the North Carolina economy. We are last in a lot of various areas, including education, even though we have the education lottery. So within our state, there's a lot of holes to where money is disappearing. And ideally, one of the things that I want to do is find where this money goes and then, shut down those programs.
All right. Well, sticking to the economy, my understanding is, Mike, you work in the financial industries as well, so you know a little bit about money and economy. Give us your take, 2 minutes, on what you would do to promote better economic conditions for the people of North Carolina.
Yeah, absolutely. And Shannon, that was my opening statement. I couldn't get deep into the policy, but now that we can get into policy, let's talk about the economy of North Carolina. Most people, or at least a lot of them, guys like you and me, we're doing okay. The economy's working for us. We've reached the middle class. But when you look at what's going on across this state, you see all these layers of government getting in the way of the economy, pulling value out of the economy and making it harder for people to elevate themselves from that barrier. Things like, the corporate tax rate. That's one that all of us libertarians are probably on the same page about wanting to slash overall tax rates. But nobody wants to talk about the taxes that really impact the most people, right? If you're doing well, making a couple $100,000 a year, like a lot of North Carolinians, a 5% increase or change in taxes is nice. But let's talk about something like the gas tax. All the ways that comes into the layers. Everything that you buy, everything that you sell, baked in layers, and that's a tax that is most regressively hitting the poorest North Carolinians, the ones that the economy is not currently working for. So my economic proposal is look at everything that we are doing as a government, right? From criminalizing things that should not be criminals, that keep poor people in cycles, to layers of taxation that are not as opaque as those. Get rid of those things that are impacting poor people. That will show them that free markets can work for people of lower income. It's just that you've got all these barriers that the government puts away. My goal as governor, if they're going to give me that pen, I am going to strip away everything I can within the government that is holding down regular people and putting their thumb on the scale of the economy to favor big business at the expense of regular North Carolinians. That's my place on the economy. You get rid of all the government interference, the market will take care of it. I have worked with clients who start at minimum wage, and they are in a perfectly good place. Why? Because they understood how the economy works, they made good decisions, and they were empowered, and they stayed away from the government coming in and stealing whatever pile they're trying to build, like they have to some of the people in this venue, right? Caught walking down the street the wrong way, you don't have much to your name, here's a $100 ticket, go show up in court. You got to get rid of that at the level. Decriminalization of cannabis and everything else will ultimately bring about economic prosperity. Just get the government out of the way.